guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Syanne if you are new here, and today we are doing one of my favorite videos to film, and honestly I haven't done it in quite a few years, so I'm so excited to get back to this series. It is my best of series. Now, I used to do best of beauty back in the day. We are now into the best of the year, so we're doing the best of 2023. Make sure you are subscribed down below, hit that bell as well so you're notified every time I upload a brand new video. I post on Mondays at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also post shorts. I also have an Instagram. Follow me on IG at Life of Sy. I'm so excited to get back into these. I fucking love these videos so much, and I feel really damn good. I'm really happy with the progress that I've made in my life in the last several years, and the main reason I am able to dive back into these videos and honestly do YouTube at all is because I have found a sense of accomplishment with them, and it's such a good hobby for me and it's such a great way to be creative. So I'm really thankful and grateful that I am able to use this as an outlet to express myself and to share. And I might not have a huge following. I could care less about that, honestly. I genuinely just want to have a place that I can talk about the things that I love and share them, and if somebody else gets enjoyment out of that or learns something from it, then that is freaking fantastic and makes me really happy. But without getting too sappy and sentimental, let's talk about my best of for 2023. We're going to start with beauty because I still love makeup. I still love beauty. I love all of that stuff, so that's very much in my wheelhouse still, but it's not just everything that I want to talk about today. So we're going to get through, I'm going to try to go as fast as I can with explaining, but keep in mind I love these products, so that pretty much goes for a lot of it. I'm not going to go into deep crazy review. If you want that, let me know in the comments and I will do crazy deep dive reviews. And the first set that I want to talk about is from Rare Beauty. I tried it a few years ago and I really liked it, and I loved the concept, but I didn't really try anything else from the brand and I really wanted to. So when I was in Florida in September, I went on a shopping rampage at Sephora and I bought some of her products, and I will say right now I'm in love. So let's talk about them really quickly. I do want to say that I did buy her fall set of sweats, so I love them. They are so comfortable. I don't have a sweat set, and that was something that I wanted for the fall and winter. I also loved the color. This is the sweatshirt. It just says Rare Beauty on it, which I really like that. I like embroidery. Super plain, hooded, so comfortable. I was adamant I really didn't want to wash this, so I didn't for a while, but I've only washed it like a handful of times since I've owned it, and it really hasn't ruined the material on the inside, which is so buttery soft, so comfortable. I'm honestly gonna change into it when I'm done filming this video. There's a little embroidered R on the sleeve as well. And then these are the sweats. They're a cuffed sweat, cinched, whatever, and all that they have is just the embroidered R. So comfortable, really good quality, highly recommend. One of the things that I really wanted to try, because I am a foundation girly, is her foundation. So this is the Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Weightless foundation, and I have the shade 130N. This is the perfect shade for me. This is exactly what it says it is. It is so weightless on your skin. It sinks in. It feels like you're not even wearing makeup. It's so beautiful. I love this. Everything about the packaging I love about Rare Beauty. Really nice. I would actually buy this again. That's how much I love it. And the other big thing I really wanted, because I'm going to talk about this more in a minute, but I have been obsessed this year with cream bronzers and blushes. Anything liquid cream bronzer blush I've been all over. This is her Warm Wishes Effortless bronzer stick, and I got the shade Power Boost. I love this. I've been obsessed. I also grabbed her Soft Pinch liquid blush, and this is in the shade Hope. This is going to be the blush that, like, this is the tone of a blush that I'd want to wear on my wedding day. This is exactly what I envision, and it's beautiful. It's also Hope, and Hope has been something that's really kind of been an overarching theme for this year. And ironically enough, I just bought a sign last night that says Hope. I'm going to talk about it more in a minute of why it's important to me too, but this is the one that I wanted. I love the tone of it. It's neutral and it looks so good on my skin. I love it. I love it. This is her liquid eyeshadow. I didn't even put this on my list. I've been looking at my list over here, but this is her liquid eyeshadow, and it's in the shade Nearly Neutral. This I'm completely surprised that I purchased because I am not a bullet lipstick person, but this one changed my mind. Her Kind Words matte lipstick in Worthy. Been wearing it a lot. And then this mascara I'm wearing today. Freaking love it. It's phenomenal. We talked about this in my Summer Obsessions video, but I wanted to go over it again. Makeup puffs, powder puffs have been amazing for me. Back then in that video I raved about the Beauty Blender one, but I've actually been using the e.l.f. powder puff way more recently. I don't know what it is about it, but I kind of like it a little more. Also, along with my Summer Obsessions video, I did talk about these products. These are the Maybelline Vinyl Ink lipsticks. Back in that video, I was raving about Peachy and Cheeky. I just recently, last week, bought these two, Lippy and Witty. I really haven't worn them, but I don't care. I'm gonna love them so much. They were on clearance, so I had to buy them. I just love the packaging. I love the look of them. I love them. They're just so comfortable. They're so versatile, and I love the way that they look on my lips. They're super, super natural. It doesn't feel like you're wearing a ton of makeup. And that has been an overall theme for me this year. Wearing makeup to enhance my natural beauty, to play with makeup, to feel more confident, all of those things that I've always geared toward makeup for. But I've really dived into wearing lighter, more natural tones, and just lightweight makeup goes such a long way. I actually filmed this makeup look today. It's not going to go up for quite a while, but I really highly recommend watching that video when it comes out. So subscribe, post notifications, turn that on. But I rave about the makeup that I'm wearing in that video, which is the makeup I'm wearing today, and it's just so good. Like, natural is okay. It's completely okay. A little while ago I was talking about how much I've been obsessed with cream and liquid blush and bronzer, and one of those things that I really delved deep into is getting as many as I could get my hands on. So I definitely went ahead and tried to get the Halo Glow Beauty Wands from e.l.f. and I really like these. I wear them every day. They look really good. They look really natural. They're not the most easy to blend, but they do the job. I have the light medium for the contour, which is not a contour, it's actually a bronzer, and then the blush I have Rosé Youselette. I really like these. They're beautiful. I wear them all of the time. I highly recommend them if you're wanting to try but be on a low budget. Now let's talk about eyeshadow, because I just talked about how I've been wearing very light makeup. So obviously my eyeshadow today is a little darker and crazier and sultrier than I typically go for, but it's the basis of what I wear, and that is a lot of matte shadow. And I think I've talked about this before. It might have been in my Summer Obsessions video, which I will leave linked down below and in a card. These are the 3 makeup palettes that I have been gravitating towards for months though, and they're pretty inexpensive. The first one is the e.l.f. Matte for Matte, which is actually what I used to create this look today. So again, subscribe, notifications, so you're notified when that video goes up at the new year. I love this palette. This is actually the second one that I've owned. I use a lot of these shades here, but I used this dark brown today for this look. They're so easy to blend. They're gorgeous. This palette's $10. I used this on my mom on her wedding day. That's how much I love it. I've used it on my friends. It's great. It's usually my go-to for travel as well. And then this is from Profusion. I've had this for a hot second. This is their mattes palette, and I love this. It's just, the pans are so big and so great. They're super versatile. Obviously, you can tell which ones my favorites are, but I even use these ones, these 3 on the end here. I love those for doing more deep, or if I want to do like a smoky liner. And this is the Jaclyn Hill and Morphe Divine Neutrals palette. This one I've been wearing a lot too. Again, you can kind of tell which ones are my favorite, but I really use this top row a ton. Occasionally I'll go down here, not very often, but I love, love, love this palette. Lip hydration has been an obsession of mine this year. I have been super adamant about having super moisturized lips and plump lips. I've been wearing a lot of matte lipstick in the last few weeks, so I've been trying to do more lip stuff now, and we're getting into winter. So here are my go-tos. First off, I'm wearing this one from Jaclyn Cosmetics. This is the Honey Drip Lip Oil. This is what I'm wearing now. I also love Crystal Drip. I've loved this for a while. And then these are my go-to like lip oil heavy duty chapstick treatments. So this one I typically wear at night or before I'm going to put makeup on. This is the Chapstick brand Total Hydration Lip Oil. I love this stuff. I've bought it for years. And then this is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Lip Treatment. Love these. I've got 2 of them. And then this is from ITK, which this is like my top brand of the year that I've been obsessed with. I should have said that as well as Rare Beauty. But this is ITK's Nourishing Lip Balm. Amazing. Speaking of ITK, let's talk about this product. So this is their Smoothing Under Eye Stick. I love this. I bought it recently, within the last month, maybe 2, and I'm almost gone. I need to buy another one. I use this every single day, whether I wear makeup or not, but I see a huge difference with my under eye makeup and just how it wears and how it applies. It's super, super nice. I was going through an allergy spell like a week or so ago, and I used it around my nose and my mouth and just in the areas I'm a little drier as well as needed some soothing. Felt so good. Feels so good, and I love how easy it is. I love that I can throw it in my purse if I really needed to too, so I love this. From Jaclyn Cosmetics, this is the Brightening and Setting Palette. I was obsessed with this year. I'm almost done with it. I just have this little bit left to go, and I love this palette. I definitely will restock on this someday. I loved it. It was so good. My under eye looked so bright and smooth and beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Last product is a perfume that actually was recommended from Jaclyn, so that's a great transition. This is the Clean Reserve brand Scent in Skin. This scent is fucking beautiful. It's so warm, but not like masculine, although I like some masculine scents. This is just like sexy and warm and sultry and perfect for winter. And it's in, I got like the travel size just to try it, but I would get a big bottle. This shit is amazing. I love this. I actually realized I just bought a candle last night, and I was trying to figure out in the store why I liked it so much. And then I came home, brought it home. I was putting stuff away before I sat down to film, and I smelled it one last time, and no, it's not this candle that's burning now. It's a different one, but I smelled it one last time, and I don't know why I just had this like moment of like, I know why I like it. It smells like this perfume. What a break. So I guess that could be a favorite. I have increased my water intake like crazy this year, but we will talk about that in a future video of habit changing. So if you want to see that video, make sure you're subscribed. I know I've said that like 8 million times, but there's some good fucking content coming, you guys. All right, let's talk about fashion. And the first thing we can talk about is actually what I'm wearing. It is a pullover crew neck, like half zip thing. It's cropped. This is from Old Navy. I bought 2 of them. I bought this sage army green color, and then I bought a white one, which is currently in the wash because it's white. I've been living in it since I bought them. Something else that I wanted to include, which is also from Old Navy. Cropped, like flannelly sweater thing. Oh my god, I love this. I wore this actually like 30 minutes ago when I was filming this makeup look, so you'll see that in that video in January. But this is so comfortable. If you watched my fall fashion and makeup haul, you would know that I bought ripped skinny jeans and I've been wearing the shit out of them. They're a little tight, but they're super sexy on. They just like completely cinch me in. They're really actually comfortable. They are very, very, very tight, and I love them. I've worn them a ton in the last month already, so love those. We're also going to talk about some bodysuits, guys. Who knew I would become a bodysuit girl? Old Navy had this bodysuit that I really wanted to try. It was more money than I wanted to spend, but I spent it on myself, and I'm so glad I did because it has a square neckline, which I love. I am a bigger chested girl and it just flatters the girls and it just looks so damn good. And I love this taupe tone. It goes great. I've worn it alone with just this and skinny jeans, which is something I'm not used to. I've also worn it layered with shirts on top of it. So like last weekend I went out with my girlfriends and I wore, not this one, but the next one I'm going to show you, under a crop top, and it just looks so good. Super great way to stay warm as well, especially if you need like a layering piece. I love that. Jaclyn Hill turned me on to this brand from Amazon. You can get this. Is, I guess she explained it, a fabric very similar to Skims, but for like a quarter of the price. They're the size 2X, but I would actually recommend sizing up. So I'm typically a 2X, but I would actually probably get a 3X if they had it, just because it is a little snugger than I'd like, but they're super comfortable. One last fashion thing are these boots, which again was mentioned and they were shown in my fall haul, which I'll leave linked. But these boots, I've been obsessed with them. They're not the most comfortable things ever, but we're still breaking them in. These little booties are wonderful. They're from Madden NYC. You can find the brand at Walmart. They are a division of Steve Madden. I feel badass in them. I wear them a lot with my like boot cut jeans, but I do want to find a nice pant, like dress pant to wear them with. So that's going to be my next on the hunt thing that I find for fashion. Let's talk about entertainment for the year. Now, some of these things are going to be a little repetitive from my summer obsessions videos, so I'm going to just tell you about them really quick. I'm not going to go into great detail about them because I have already, so I'm sorry, but I'm going to reference you back to that video. The first thing that I'm going to talk about is something new, and that is relating back to what I was talking about with hope. So hope has been an overarching theme in this year for me. Like I said, I just bought a little sign with hope on it. I bought that Rare Beauty blush. I have been just kind of in it with hope, and I'm really proud of myself for that. I've used that as an anchor, and I won't lie, the huge reason I did is because of this artist. And if you know him, I'm so happy you do, because I talk about him and nobody knows who the hell he is. But his name is NF. His real name is Nate. He is a rapper, singer. He's been in the rapping game for well over a decade, and I found him back in 2019, and that was really a funny time because I was in a very exciting time of my life. It was a little over 4 years ago this time of year that I found him, and it was in a time of my life that I was really excited for this next chapter, and I was learning his music and falling in love with it and really relating to it in some ways and not really understanding why I related to it in others. I was able to empathize with it. The fall of 2021, I really leaned into the music more. I fell in love with it more in the last 2 years. I was really excited when he announced that he was going to be releasing a new album with the title track and the title of the album, Hope. I listened to it, I fell in love with that song, and then I fell in love with a lot of the songs on the album, and so much so that I actually bought tickets to his concert. It's going to be in Pennsylvania in May. I'm very, very excited. I've actually been listening to the album again a lot lately, and I don't know, it's just his music, man, makes me feel so good. It makes me feel so seen and heard. I was sad with it one time, I was depressed with it, but it's really brought me a lot of comfort and helped me through a lot, and I am so appreciative of that. So let's go on to another concert that I actually went to recently, last week in fact, and that was to see Alexandra Kay. If you don't know who that is, please check her music out. She's amazing. She's in her early 30s. She is a TikTok sensation, gone viral, and she's amazing. She's the girl that sings in her kitchen and makes coffee, and she is just fantastic. This album of hers, which was her debut album, All I've Ever Known, I love it. It's amazing. I would definitely go see her live again. She's puts on a really great show. Her band is amazing, and the atmosphere was really, really great. I am definitely a person that loves smaller, more intimate shows, so I am all over those in a heartbeat. Now getting into repeat things that I've talked about before, they are The Sound of Freedom, which is by far my favorite movie of the year. I think the most important and the most impactful. Again, I'm not going to go into great detail, but I highly recommend watching that movie if you have not already. It's a hard watch, but it's a necessary watch, and I will make sure that I leave Angel Studios down below like I did in the last video that I talked about them. The Daily Wire. I love The Daily Wire. I am very, very happy that I decided to start following them and their podcasts and their movies and their shows. I'm really excited to watch and subscribe to Bent Key. I think it's going to be amazing. It is their cartoon children's show streaming service. I'm very excited to dabble into that and see what kind of content they have there. It looks really, really great. TV show that I got into earlier this year, and man, oh man, was I obsessed, was Outlander. I am officially all caught up. I fell in love with, or I really got into the idea of the show back in May. I started watching it, and I started watching it because Casey Holmes was talking about it. What is it about the show? So I started watching it, and it took me a couple of episodes to get into it, but it's really well done, and it's a really, really amazing show. It's definitely an adult show. You don't want your kids around for it, but I love it. It's such a good, again, just well done show. And now we're getting into reading material. So again, just like in my summer obsessions video, I have been obsessed with adult novels, romance, smut, all of that. Susan Stoker has taken the cake for that, but I also have dabbled into, and I got the Kindle app, which has been very dangerous. Took advantage of an opportunity within Amazon and Kindle and getting some free books. So I was able to shop some new authors, which is really, really great. So when I see that come around again, I think it comes around in the spring, I will let you guys know about that. And then another book that I actually physically have here is from, which I just recently talked about, and it's In the Flow, and it's all about cycle tracking and syncing your cycle. And I've been doing kind of research and trying it. Last time I talked about it was in my last video. Now we've got some fluffy things, and that is like food and drink and all of that. So one thing I didn't mention way back in my obsessions video is a food I've been obsessed with, and that's actually something I ate yesterday and today. It's leftovers for today, but it's chips and queso. If I go anywhere to eat, I'm usually ordering nachos, or at least like Applebee's. I love their neighborhood nachos. That's what I had for dinner last night and for lunch today. I've also just been obsessed with getting bags of chips and having queso in the house. Literally one of my favorite things to eat. Another thing that I have been really into is making coffee at home. I don't know how much I've talked about it on here, but I don't drink caffeinated coffee or beverages at all anymore, and so decaf coffee has been my way to go. And I will say I'm more skeptical about getting coffee out just because I get nervous about whether they actually listen to me and give me decaf or not. Chai tea, lattes, and so I decided to try my own. So I've been using the Tazo brand decaf chai latte, and you blend it with milk and enjoy it ice or hot. I'm not a tea person, but this is delicious. I love it. We're finally into the last category, which is lifestyle, and this one I'm the most excited to talk about because so much has happened this year, which is such a good transition to another video that I am working on currently. But let's talk about this for right now. So my biggest thing, which is something that I talked about in the beginning of this video, is being able to dabble into this hobby of YouTube. I really put a lot of emphasis on having a hobby this year and really getting my brain motivated and creative and doing something other than just working and coming home and doing nothing. Having something that's my own outlet and being able to be creative. And I was working my ass off at the beginning of this year coming up with this idea of consistently posting YouTube videos. And I will say that I have been doing that since March 6th. I am so fucking proud of myself. I have never consistently uploaded this much ever before. I've never had an upload schedule. I've never had a schedule like this before. I tried back in 2021 and I was doing really well, and then life happened. And I know life will happen again at some point in time, and maybe it's going to be really hard and I'm not going to be able to be as consistent, but right now in my life I need this consistency, and I need the consistency in having a hobby. And I love it because I have so much fun with it. And I've really been getting into the creativeness. I've been dabbling more into music, into animations, into transitions, and I've been doing more shorts. And I was talking to my mom just this morning about, like, I'm so excited to get into the analytics of how I'm doing things this winter and just seeing what the algorithm is going to do for me, and if anything. And that part is really fun to me as well. And I actually said this morning it's a therapy for me, which is funny because that is a direct quote, unintentionally, but from an NF song. And speaking of therapy, I'm so thankful that I'm lucky enough to be able to see a therapist, and I have come so far. I've made so much progress. That's why I'm able to make this video today. And seriously, like, that's why I'm able to make this video today. If you only knew. I still struggle with anxiety and depressive thoughts, but I am nowhere near where I was even 6 months ago, 10 months ago. I was really scared at the beginning of this year that I was not going to find a therapist. I was in this alone. I was so scared to get back to where I was because I was making such great progress. I am so grateful for therapy. And lastly, something that is going to be talked about in a video that is going to go up on Christmas, and that is talking about how I achieved my goals for the year. But before we get into that, I want to talk about the fact that I've really changed some routines and habits in my life, and establishing and maintaining those new routines and habits. Being able to carve out time for life admin work, monthly resets, and just planning and being able to be creative with content or my life and understand where I'm at, that has filled my cup a lot this year. And just taking that time to reset with myself and understand where I'm at and be happy with where I am at. And that's where I'm going to leave that, because that's going to be a great transition into that video that's going to go up on Christmas. So again, without beating a dead horse, please subscribe, please turn on your post notification bell. That way you're notified when I upload those videos. I'm really excited for the content that has been coming out and will be coming out. So that was 2023 in a nutshell. I know I'm definitely missing stuff. Thank you guys for sticking around with me for this really long video, but also just in general with watching my content. I really appreciate it. Hope you have a wonderful life. I will talk to you very soon. Hope you had a happy Thanksgiving if you celebrate that. I will talk to you in my next video. Mwah. Bye guys.